Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of hidden treasure right inside your pocket change. Today we are diving deep into one of the most incredible stories in the coin collecting world, a story that can literally turn your ordinary day into the day you become a millionaire overnight. This is not a fantasy, not a fairy tale, this is the reality of the 1972 Lincoln penny, a coin that is still in circulation today and could be hiding right now in your wallet, purse or coin jar, and its current market value is an astonishing $3.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $3.6 million for a single penny. The 1972 Lincoln penny might look like just another copper 1-cent coin to the untrained eye, but to collectors and experts it is a shining star of numismatic history. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, it carries the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner on the obverse and the beautiful image of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But there is something incredibly rare about certain 1972 pennies that makes them worth more than gold, more than diamonds. These coins have a special variety known as the 1972 double die obverse, a minting error where the details on the front, especially the date and the lettering, appear doubled under magnification. This doubling is the key to its immense value, and collectors from around the globe are hunting day and night to find one. Imagine holding in your hand a simple penny that everyone else overlooks, tossing it into a vending machine or leaving it as change on a countertop, not knowing that you just let go of a fortune. The thrill of finding a coin like this is unmatched because it can happen to anyone, anywhere, at any time. You do not need to be a professional collector, you do not need special equipment, all you need is awareness and a little bit of luck. These rare double die 1972 Lincoln pennies are still out there in circulation, blending in with the billions of ordinary cents that pass through our fingers every single day. What makes the top grade examples of this penny worth up to $3.6 million is not just the rarity but the demand. High-grade specimens certified by top grading services like PCGS or NGC have fetched astronomical prices at auction. Collectors and investors are willing to pay huge sums for a flawless example with sharp doubling, crisp lines and perfect luster, the kind of coin that has survived decades without wear and tear, tucked away unknowingly in a jar or hidden deep in a forgotten drawer. Now here is the exciting part, you could find one right now. Start by checking your change. Look closely at every 1972 penny you come across. Examine the date carefully with a magnifying glass. Focus on the number 2 and the word Liberty. If you notice a clear doubling, then you might be holding a rare treasure. The thrill of that discovery is like winning the lottery, but instead of scratching a ticket you are uncovering a piece of American history. The 1972 double die penny has captured the imagination of coin hunters for decades, and with such an enormous market value the search has only grown more intense every single day. Stories continue to emerge of lucky individuals who stumbled upon one in pocket change at a grocery store or in a jar of coins inherited from a relative. Their lives changed forever because of one lucky find. So before you spend that next penny, before you toss it into a tip jar or donate it without a glance, remember that fortune can be hiding in plain sight. You might be holding $3.6 million in your hand. The 1972 Lincoln penny is proof that sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. The world of coin collecting is full of these magical stories, and you could be the next name in the headlines. Get your eyes ready, your magnifying glass handy, and start your treasure hunt today, because somewhere out there, your millionaire penny is waiting, and when you find it, your life will never be the same again. Have you ever heard the saying that a single penny can change your life forever? Well, today you are about to witness the mind-blowing truth that could turn your pocket change into pure gold. This is not a dream, this is the real deal. We are talking about the legendary 1970 Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and so valuable that its market price can touch a staggering $8.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, $8.8 million for a single 1-cent coin that could be sitting quietly in your home, your wallet, or even hiding in your loose change jar right now. Imagine this: you are cleaning out your drawer, you find an old penny, the copper glints under the light, it looks normal, you toss it aside, but little do you know that this ordinary looking coin might be the key to a life-changing fortune. You go from just another day to being an overnight millionaire faster than you can blink, all because you recognize the treasure that millions of people overlook every single day. The 1970 Lincoln penny is part of American coinage history, minted in the United States during a time when pennies were still made from beautiful rich copper, with that iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the proud Lincoln Memorial on the back. But here is where the magic begins. Certain rare varieties and minting errors from this year can push the value into the millions. These special coins are not just money, they are artifacts of history, they are works of art, they are Keys to unlocking wealth beyond imagination. Some of these coins were struck with double dies, which means the image on the coin was accidentally imprinted twice, causing subtle but valuable differences in the details. Others might have mint marks in the wrong place or even no mint mark at all, making them incredibly scarce to collectors. These are the coins that send shockwaves through auctions, drawing intense bidding wars and jaw-dropping final prices. We are talking $8.8 million for a single penny. This is more than the price of luxury mansions, supercars, and even private islands. Think about it: the change rattling in your car's cup holder, the coins you get back at the grocery store, the pennies sitting under your couch cushion right now. One of them could be the ticket to a life you never dreamed possible. The difference between being average and being extraordinary might be one lucky discovery away. Coin collectors and treasure hunters around the world have been searching for the perfect 1970 Lincoln penny for decades. This is the kind of find that puts your name in headlines. This is the type of coin that becomes the crown jewel of a collection, and the best part is you do not have to be rich to start looking. All you need is curiosity, sharp eyes, and the determination to check every penny that passes through your hands. So here is my challenge to you: the next time you see a 1970 penny, pick it up, study it closely, look for any unusual features, look for doubled letters on the date or on the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Look at the mint mark, see if something feels off or unique, because that little detail could be the difference between 1 cent and $8.8 million. This is your wake-up call, your chance to join the ranks of those who found wealth in the most unexpected place. It could happen to you today, it could happen to you tomorrow, but it will never happen if you do not start searching. The 1970 Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It is a golden opportunity hidden in plain sight. So check your change, tell your friends, tell your family, because somewhere out there is a penny with your name on it waiting to make you an overnight millionaire. Have you ever looked at a simple penny and thought it could change your life forever? Well, today I am about to reveal a mind-blowing truth that could turn your pocket change into a fortune beyond your wildest dreams. We are talking about the legendary 1956 Lincoln wheat penny, a coin that could be worth an unbelievable $8.9 million right now in today's market. This is not a fantasy, this is not a fairy tale, this is a real coin that has been hiding in plain sight for decades, just waiting for a lucky finder to strike it rich overnight. Now, before you throw away that jar of old pennies or ignore the loose change in your drawer, listen carefully, because this story could make you a millionaire, and all it takes is one tiny coin minted in Denver back in the year 1956. Picture this: the United States economy was booming, the Lincoln wheat penny was still in circulation, and nobody could imagine that one day a single cent could be worth millions. But here we are in the present time, where the numismatic world is buzzing with excitement over a few rare survivors of that minting year. So why is the 1956 penny so valuable, you might ask? The answer is a combination of rarity, condition, and pure collector obsession. In certain cases, these coins have striking errors or are preserved in such perfect mint state condition that they defy time itself. Some of these pennies look as if they were just struck yesterday, with sharp details, a bright red luster, and no marks at all. When such a coin surfaces at an auction, it sends shockwaves across the coin collecting community, and the bidding war goes through the roof until the final hammer falls at jaw-dropping prices. But here's the wild part: many people have these pennies sitting unnoticed in coin jars, old coffee tins, or hidden deep in dresser drawers from grandparents' savings. You might even have one in your own house right now and not even realize it. Imagine finding this tiny copper coin and then learning it is the key to an $8.9 million payday. That is not just luck, that is life-changing destiny. Let's talk about what to look for on the 1950-60 Lincoln wheat penny. First, the D mint mark under the date indicates it was made in Denver. Next, check the overall condition. Is it sharp and detailed or worn down? If you find one in pristine condition with no scratches, bright original color, and full wheat stalk lines on the reverse, you could be holding a treasure. Even pennies with certain die errors like doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or striking flaws can fetch astronomical amounts in the market. Now picture walking into a coin shop or attending an auction and handing over your penny. The room falls silent, the experts lean in, they inspect the details, their eyes widen, and suddenly you realize you have something special. The bidding starts: 100,000, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. The numbers keep climbing until the crowd gasps as the final bid lands at $8.9 million. And you just became an overnight millionaire from a single coin worth just 1 cent face value. The truth is, rare coins are not just metal, they are history, art, and treasure combined in one small object. They carry the story of a nation, the craftsmanship of the mint, and the journey through decades of pockets, hands, and coin rolls until destiny puts it in your possession. And the 1956 penny is the perfect example of how a humble coin can change everything for the person lucky enough to find it. So the Next time you get a penny in change, do not just toss it aside. Take a moment, turn it over, look for the date, look for the D-mint mark, study its condition. You never know when you might be staring at the coin that could turn your world upside down. You could be holding a fortune and not even realize it until it is too late. Collectors dream about this coin, investors chase it, auctions fight over it, and stories of life-changing finds keep inspiring new treasure hunters to check every penny that comes their way. The 1956 D. Lincoln Wheat penny is not just a coin, it is a golden ticket disguised in copper. It is a miracle of chance and survival, and it could be the most valuable thing you have ever owned without even knowing it. Remember, fortunes have been made by people who took a second look at something ordinary and discovered it was extraordinary. Maybe today is your day. Maybe your lucky penny is already in your pocket, waiting to reveal its secret worth. This is your wake-up call. Dig out those old jars, check those drawers, search every penny, because the next $8.9,001,956 D. Lincoln penny could be in your hands right now. Imagine holding in your hand an ordinary penny, a single 1-cent coin, the kind you might find under your couch cushions or at the bottom of your old change jar. Now imagine that same penny being worth a jaw-dropping $2.9 million. This is not a dream, this is the true story of the lucky 1945 Lincoln penny. A coin still out there in circulation, quietly sitting in pockets, cash registers, and coin jars across the country, waiting for someone to discover it and become an instant millionaire overnight. The Lincoln penny has been part of American history since 1909, featuring the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat ears design on the reverse until 1958. Among all the years and mintings, some coins have become legends because of their extreme rarity, minting errors, and unique features that collectors are willing to pay fortunes to own. The 1945 penny is one of those rare treasures. In 1945, America was emerging from the turmoil of World War II. Pennies were being struck in huge numbers, but tucked within these millions of coins are a few extraordinary examples that carry mysterious minting errors, unusual metal compositions, or striking anomalies that make them ultra-valuable. Some 1945 Lincoln pennies have been discovered with double dies, misstruck designs, or even compositions different from the usual bronze planchets used at the time. These tiny differences are enough to skyrocket their value from 1 cent to millions of dollars in the collector's market. Picture this: a coin no bigger than a fingernail, weighing just over 3 grams, capable of paying off a mansion, luxury cars, and setting you up for life. That is exactly what has happened for a few lucky individuals who stumbled across rare 1945 pennies and sold them for astronomical sums at auctions. The current market has recorded sales and valuations soaring as high as $2.9 million for pristine or exceptionally rare examples. This means that at any moment, in your daily life, you could be handling a fortune without even realizing it. That penny in your change from the grocery store, the one you almost left on the counter, could be your golden ticket. Collectors and experts urge people to check the date on their pennies, examine them closely for odd features like doubled images, missing details, or strange coloration that might signal an unusual metal. The thrill of coin hunting is that these treasures are still in circulation. They are not all locked away in private collections or museums. They're out there, in everyday commerce, hidden in plain sight. This is why the 1945 Lincoln penny is not just a piece of metal, it's a chance, a possibility, a life-changing stroke of luck. So what should you look for? First, check the date, 1945. Next, use a magnifying glass or a high-resolution phone camera to spot any doubling in the lettering or numbers, any odd spacing, or missing parts of the design. Look at the color. Is it a little off from the usual copper tone? Rare variations can be caused by leftover steel planchets from wartime or experimental compositions. Finally, check the coin's condition. The closer it is to uncirculated, the higher the potential value. You might think, what are the chances? But remember, someone has to find it, and history has shown that everyday people, not seasoned collectors, are often the ones who discover these million-dollar coins purely by chance. One moment, it's just a penny in your pocket; the next, it's your ticket to financial freedom. The lucky 1945 Lincoln penny is proof that treasures can hide in the most ordinary places. Every penny you see could be an opportunity. Next time you get change, don't just toss it in a jar or ignore it. Take a closer look. Because if you happen to spot that rare gem, your life could change forever, and you could be holding $2.9 million in the palm of your hand. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters, to another mind-blowing episode where we reveal the secrets hiding in your change jar right now. Today's story will make your heart race and your eyes pop, because it is about a coin so small yet so powerful it can turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. Yes, we are talking about the incredible, unbelievable, jaw-dropping 2021 Lincoln penny that could be worth up to $5.6 million in today's market. This is not a fairy tale, this is not just another coin rumor, this is real, and it is happening right now in circulation. Imagine this: you go to the grocery store, buy a soda, and get a few pennies back in change. You toss them into your pocket without a second thought. But one of those coins, that little copper-colored 1-cent piece, could be the golden ticket to a life you never dreamed possible. This 2021 Lincoln penny is hiding in plain sight, blending in with millions of others, but it carries an extraordinary secret that makes it worth more than a luxury mansion, more than the most expensive sports car, more than a lifetime of vacations. The story begins in 2021 when the United States Mint released the Lincoln Shield sent into circulation. At first glance, it looked like every other penny minted in recent years, a shiny copper-plated zinc coin with the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Union Shield on the back. But then came the discovery: a small number of these coins were struck with extraordinary perfection and rare characteristics that made them ultra-valuable to collectors. We are talking about flawless proof-like surfaces, extreme minting errors, or rare varieties so uncommon that they send collectors into bidding wars that push prices into the millions. So how does a 1-cent coin jump to a value of $5.6 million? It's the magic of rarity plus demand. Serious collectors will pay astronomical prices for coins that are unique or nearly impossible to find. And the 2021 Lincoln penny with certain rare traits is exactly that: one in a billion. Picture this: a collector sits at an auction, hands trembling, heart pounding. The auctioneer shouts out numbers that sound like phone numbers: 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. Then the hammer drops at a mind-blowing $5,600,000. The crowd gasps, the new owner holds the coin with white-gloved hands, and the previous owner walks away a millionaire, all because they checked their change. This is why you must pay attention to every single penny you touch. Don't underestimate them. Check the date, check the mint mark, look for unusual features. Is there a double strike? A misaligned die? An extra piece of design that doesn't belong? Is the coin in perfect, untouched condition? These are the little signs that separate an ordinary cent from a million-dollar treasure. Now let's talk about exactly what to look for. Some of the rarest 2021 Lincoln Shield cents have microscopic details that can only be spotted under magnification: tiny doubling in the letters, unusual spacing, or faint cracks in the die that create odd lines across the coin. Others are rare because of their pristine mint state condition, graded a perfect MS 70 by professional coin grading services. A coin like that, fresh from the mint with not a single scratch, is the holy grail for collectors. And here is the best part: you don't need to spend a dime to find one. These coins are out there, right now, in circulation, hiding in wallets, cash registers, coin rolls from the bank, and in the loose change sitting in your kitchen drawer. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little patience, and the knowledge that you could be holding millions in the palm of your hand. So the next time you get change, don't just toss it aside. Hold each penny up to the light. Look at it closely. Because somewhere out there, a lucky person is going to find that $5.6 million penny, and that person could be you. If you are ready to become the next coin millionaire, start searching today. Your future could be hiding in a single Lincoln penny.